I'm John Bennett, Roll Call's White House correspondent. This week, the highlight for President Obama was a Tuesday campaign event for Hillary Clinton. Now, the Democratic nominee for president was not in Philadelphia with President Obama. She was still recovering from pneumonia. But the president really defended his own record at the top of that event.
We fought our way back from the worst recession in 80 years. We turned around a declining economy. We helped our auto industry set new records. Our businesses created 15 million new jobs, slashed our dependence on foreign oil, doubled our production of clean energy, made marriage equality a reality in all 50 states.
And with his approval ratings steadily above 50%, even a year ago, it really wouldn't seem like this president would be out there defending his record and urging Democrats and undecideds to go out in big numbers and vote for Hillary Clinton and Democratic candidates to continue his record. Next week, the president heads to New York for the UN General Assembly. It will be his last General Assembly. It's not a victory lap. It's important to note that. Maybe a year or so ago, one would have expected Obama to go to New York and kind of take a victory lap. But with Syria hanging over his presidency and what happens long after he's gone, really can't do that. Expect the president to press more countries to do more with the refugee crisis that is directly a result, many say, of his policy, or they, especially Republican lawmakers, say his lack of a policy. As he's in New York, he and his staff will have to monitor talks toward a stopgap spending measure back here in Washington that were not completed this week. That's going to go into next week. The White House is going to have to sign off, obviously, on whatever lawmakers come up with. We'll see if that continues. The White House has gotten more forceful as past negotiations went on. Obama faces what could be a politically tricky, timing-wise at least, veto of the so-called 9/11 Families Bill. It would allow families of terrorism victims to sue foreign governments believed to be linked to those attacks on American soil. The White House argues what the bill would create is a patchwork of federal judges deciding if those links even exist. And they say the president will veto the bill. And that will set up a decision for Speaker Paul Ryan and Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell on when or if they schedule override votes. It looks like the White House's play here is to maybe try to push those votes into a lame duck session. And one thing to keep in mind here, Speaker Ryan was more on the White House side when this bill first started to move in the spring. So it's not clear yet when and if those override votes will even occur.